Come on, Soda Pop, let's go.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. My name is Kathy Brechtelsbauer. I live on Route 5 of the bus system, and I'm here to bring up an idea that's been brought up before, but I have discovered some other people that would like to make their reason to you also. Sioux Falls is so high on so many rankings, and we do so well, and it makes it such a wonderful city in many ways. And we can all be very proud of these many things where we're on the top. And I know we love to brag about them. But one thing I want to point out today that we're on the top, I want you to think about, and it's not necessarily, it has pluses and minuses to it, and that is that we live in a place where we're on the top of the ranking of parents in paid employment. Whether it's a single parent house or both or two parent house, all the parents are in paid employment. And now that's got some really good advantages to it, but there's a major disadvantage, and that means that we're really low on having a parent available during the day to take kids places where they need to go. And so that's something I want you to think about today. In the olden days, like when I was a kid, we would ride our bike or walk and get somewhere, but the city is a lot more spread out, as you know, and kids can't just get places where they need to go like we used to. So what we're suggesting here is that we have a wonderful bus system, and it should be made more available to the children during the day in the summer. And there's another major reason, and that is that we have a very low portion of our children able to take advantage of our summer lunches. And you may have been hearing Feeding South Dakota the last few weeks talking about the meal gap. There's a major meal gap, and even among children in our own wonderful city. And yet we have summer lunches available in a number of locations. And one of the problems is that kids need to get there. And so the proposal here is very simple. We have lunch ready for the kids. We have children who need to eat, and we have buses. So the request now today is let the kids just ride the bus. It's very simple. People will try to complicate it, but it's very simple. Just let them ride the bus. Now, we don't have to reinvent this. Other cities do this. In Charlottesville, Virginia, kids just show their school ID, and they ride the bus. In Sioux City, this is the 10th summer they'll be doing this, and they're very proud to say that they have 11,000 to 12,000 rides over a summer, which looks good on their 5307 form they send in for transportation funding. But mostly they're proud that they're getting children to the activities, to the libraries, the museums, the pools, the parks, and the children are getting around town. And it's good PR for the bus system. People are seeing that there's a lot of value to their bus system because of the children using it. And the man at the Sioux City Bus Transit Department told me that it's also good PR with the millennials because nowadays they're more inclined to appreciate public transportation, not have to get a car to go everywhere. And it's making a good impression on the city to have more people riding the bus and have the children ride. So we want you to consider that. There's a lot of effort that goes into so many activities, but there would just be a lot more good that can be done if people were there to participate in them. And that goes for all our activities, our facilities, our businesses, our services. A lot more good can be done if people get there and participate in them. And that goes for our lunches, and that goes for our buses, that they can do a lot more good if more people are riding them. So that's our request tonight, is to let the kids ride the bus. And I think these children are going to be telling you their names, right? And some reasons why they would like to ride the bus in the summer. Thank you for considering this.
Folks, did anybody else want to speak to the council? Girls, did you want to speak to the council? Please come forward. Can we get the microphone for these folks, please? Just come on up, miss. Thank you.
My name is Kira Jensen, and we could go to the mall and hang out with our friends.
Thank you, Kira.
My name is Jasmine Hardison, and
I want the bus pass because I can go to the library.
Thank you, Jasmine.
My name is Rihanna Erickson, and I want to go because my mom has to take off her lunch break, and it normally takes an hour of our lunch break to take me and my brothers places.
Thank you, Rihanna.
My name's Kaylee Wold, and I would like to go so I can visit my grandpa in the hospital.
And Miss, your first name again, please? I'm so sorry.
Kaylee.
Kaylee. Thank you, Kaylee.
My name is Jordana Carey, and I want to go because I have music lessons, and some of my friends do too, and they miss them because they don't have a ride there.
Was that Jordana? Yes, thank you, Jordana. Folks, is there anybody else who wanted to engage the council? Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Melanie Bliss, and I too live on Route 5, but I'm here for another reason. I've been a Sioux Falls resident since 1985, and I'm active in a great variety of community issues, and I've served in public office, and for 13 years and 9 months, I've been coordinator of the Sioux Empire Homeless Coalition, which is a grassroots advocacy organization founded in 1988 that rallies the community's efforts to end homelessness in the Sioux Empire. More than 80 social service agencies and units of government are members of the Homeless Coalition. With more than 600 to 700 persons counted annually in the yearly Housing and Urban Development point-in-time homeless count, we have far to go to reach our goals. The mission statement is the Sioux Empire Homeless Coalition educates the public about the complexities of poverty and homelessness, advocates regionally for a greater stock of affordable housing for residents without homes. Tonight, I will share my 4 takeaway points first. Spending 30% of your income on rent causes you to be precariously housed. Spending 50% of your income on rent causes you to be imminently homeless. Fact, it takes between $13 and $16.80 an hour in wages to afford a 2-bedroom fair market rent apartment in Sioux Falls. Fact, 46.9% of the children in Sioux Falls School District are on free and reduced lunch, nearly half of all the children enrolled. Fact, in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, people in poverty do not earn enough money to pay for food and rent each month. Nearly 11,500 children of 23,000 enrolled are enrolled in the free and reduced meal program, one of the most carefully documented numbers in America. Also, there's a backpack program for children to take food home for the weekend in order to have enough food to eat. The backpack program is a great temporary fix, but there's only 3,600 of them. They're 8,000 short every week. Families do not earn enough wages to pay for housing and food in a month. This is sinful in America. An extremely small part of people are chronically homeless, but they use up fantastic amounts of scarce service resource dollars and often are not permanently housed, continuing in a shuffle in a merry-go-round pattern. Police, jail, ER rooms, detox know each of these persons by name. All of these know that 5 to 7 times failed treatment is not too likely to turn a person around. Most persons who are chronically homeless are at the end stages of their life and need to change to a medical model. The sisters at Baraka House provided hospice care and changed how Sioux Falls looked at AIDS. We need to do the same thing for chronic alcoholism. Efforts are being made to use the national model Housing First, where persons are housed first and then flooded with supportive services, equaling a circle of care to keep them housed, using intense case management techniques. Usually, about 1 case manager can handle about 9 families at the Heartland House. To do this takes political will and wide and varied partnerships of funders, both public and private. Question, what is the takeaway from this talk? What's the fair market rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in Sioux Falls? More than $680 per month. It takes $13 to $16 per hour in wages, more than 2 to 3 minimum wage jobs full-time to afford a 2-bedroom apartment. and a single parent cannot work that many jobs. The reality in Sioux Falls, there is not enough housing available in the first place that is affordable. I believe spiritually that there is a deep way to create home with people when people trust you. I do not believe that charity is socks, hotel shampoos, and drive-by casseroles. Justice work is what we need in place of charity is justice work, working to remove the barriers and inequalities that keep people from making enough money to afford a place to live, working on the systemic barriers that people are hungry because they do not earn enough wages to pay for housing and food in a month. Justice is walking alongside a person who does not have a place of their own or enough to eat and making the world a more just place for everyone. Thank you very much. I also very much support the busing for the children in the summers. I think that is a very simple thing to do with their name tags they already have from school, and think of how much benefit that could give to people who do not have money to pay for activities to go to the city of once. And I will tell you, this summer, I'm going to learn to ride on a hydro rider, and I'm going to Aquazuma. I would love to see a lot of children at the same time. Thank you.
Melanie, thank you. Is there anybody else who wanted to engage the council tonight?
Come on, Soda Pop, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on.